4 seasons lost. In Austin, I saw, pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjected paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected off the mirrors and pit clip, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. And sorry I missed you guys yesterday, but I'm enjoying my time off. With the Thunder season between doing the day show and the night show, it was kind of crazy for me. So I've been taking some breaks here and there to try to get back into that mode where, because really from November through June, the middle of June, I was doing at least probably 8 shows a week, 9 shows a week, sometimes more than that. So 8 to 9, 7 to 9 shows a week, and I was just exhausted. I mean, literally, it's hard to come into and watch games, to come prepared to give you guys everything that you have been receiving and expecting from me, and then me be able to give you what you're looking for. Because if I can't, then it's kind of like, I just don't want to go out there and just say anything just to have a show. I mean, I know it loses. You lose people from the standpoint that people are watching you, and I get that. But that's why you hit the subscribe, that's why you hit notifications, things like that, so that when I am on, it'll let you know that I'm there. Because I do like to take a little bit of break now, because this is my break. It's just me. It's not like I'm on a daily show where you got people that can take up for you and you can take time off. It's just me. So, I'm going to take my moments here and there where I'm going to take some days off or a day off here and there, and I'm just going to do that. And once we get back into the full swing of things, because this is the month that you're going to do it, this is time, because when August hits, that's when football season's starting to come around. So we'll be back into it every day, football, basketball, baseball. We'll be talking about everything. And then when November hits, that's when it gets real crazy, because you've got football, you've got basketball, you got college, you got NFL, you got college, you have basketball, high school, college, and pros. Then you got to turn around, and then you've got hockey coming, and then you still have the end of baseball. So when October comes, it's just crazy, and then November, it's just insane with all things. So that's when things, and from that point on through June, it's just crazy for me. So that's just kind of my thing, and taking a little bit of break so that I can give you the best possible reports. Especially it's just me. Nathan comes on when he can. Nathan Taylor of YNB, he comes on when he can to, give his side of the point, which I like, because it makes it easier on me to have somebody else. I know you guys like to hear from somebody else other than just me. And then also it's really good when our guys come on for the live show. Now, we have a couple things going on. Tonight is, of course, the Major League Baseball. And, congratulations to Cal Raleigh last night for winning the home run derby, the first catcher to win the home run derby. So congratulations to him, with his father pitching and his brother catching. And I thought that was kind of a nice family deal for them all to come together, and something that they can all take pride in, because they all had a point in it. The little brother catching, the dad pitching, the big brother hitting. So that's something that they'll always be able to treasure, and him being the first catcher to win it. So that's number one. Number two, the best all-star game of the 3 will be coming to. I mean, hockey is okay. It's okay. I like what they're trying to do for it. But, right now baseball is the one. And baseball was losing their appeal the same way that football completely lost theirs. And basketball is losing theirs because of that guy that you all love, LeBron. He's not been great for basketball to me. because of the simple fact of what he's done as far as the way that he's destroyed basketball to fit his deal. And I love it that he's found a new strong owners in the Lakers, the way that Pat Riley was with the Heat. You don't get to run stuff. You can run stuff when you got weak owners like you did in Cleveland, and you can run LA like you did with Jeannie Buss. But now those days are over with. They don't care about you. We're running a franchise. We're professional people, just like Pat Riley. We don't care. You don't get to run stuff, and everybody talks about, well, when LeBron had power. LeBron had power, and he got to Miami. And when he leaves, what does it take teams? Years to recover. It took Cleveland years to recover from him leaving last time. 6 years, 7 years to recover? Miami, they recovered right away. Why? Because they didn't go into debt and do all the things that LeBron wanted them to do to make sure that he could win championships that he doesn't care about. Now all of a sudden he's caring about them again. Because, he just cracks me up. We did this story talking about the greatest players, and, we did a deal, question of the day. It's the greatest players or guys you want to close and take the last shot. And he just doesn't do it for me. He doesn't. He's not somebody I'm going to put him in there with Magic, but at least Magic, I know, will be not worried about getting fouled and will actually go to the basket, which is LeBron should do. If he would go to the basket every single time, then I'd be perfectly comfortable with it. But he doesn't do that because he's going to get fouled, except that he did not get fouled in the Boston Celtics. He got fouled but did not get called when the Celtics got beat by the Lakers. When the Lakers got beat by the Celtics 2 years ago, I think it was, 3 years ago when he got fouled. But anyway, that being said, what the baseball All-Star team All-Star has done, a baseball All-Star, not necessarily weekend because it's 2 days, it's during the week, it's on Tuesday. I like what they've done because what they did is they made it relevant because they were losing their relevancy. Football, they just went out the way. Basketball, since LeBron, they just don't care. Come in there, nobody wants to see that. I can't remember last. I think I watched a little bit of it to see what SGA did this year and last year, just a little bit of it. But that's just something, that's not even street. They play harder in street basketball than they do in an All-Star game. They play harder in a Pro-Am game than they do in this. And if you've been to Pro-Am, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I played in Pro-Am games. They play way harder than they do in this because he started it. He doesn't get in a slam dunk contest. First real champion had Dr. J did it. Michael Jordan did it. Kobe Bryant did it. They got to him, and he didn't do it because he's afraid he's going to get beat. It's all to him. It's all scripted. It's all legacy. Well, it hasn't worked out the way you wanted to as a big boy. You are the greatest NBA player numbers-wise in history, but you ain't the man. I got you number 7. Number 6. That's where I got you. I'll have you in my top 5. I got you number 6. Barely in front of Larry Bird. Barely. And then right in front of Dr. J. Then it's Bill Russell. Then it's Tim Duncan. So it's LeBron, Bird, Dr. J, Tim Duncan. Bill Russell, Tim Duncan. That's my 10. And Kevin Durant's getting ready to take Tim Duncan's spot. So that's how I look at it. Because to me, he has taken away from what the All-Star game is about. It's a show. You got to play some defense. You got to have some pride. And what Major League Baseball did is said, okay, whoever wins the All-Star game, East or West, that's who gets to host the World Series. Whether your team has the best record or not is irrelevant. Did you win the All-Star game? So now teams, especially those players who are in a division lead, they're going to want to win. And what did I say? Hell, do the same thing for basketball. Or do it to where it's the international players versus the NBA players. Do it the same way. That'll change. Or do it the same way. Like, just for example, think about this for a minute. If they had done that this year, and the East beat the West in the All-Star game, guess who would have hosted in the finals? The Indiana Pacers. So Game 7 would have been in Indianapolis instead of Oklahoma City. You think that doesn't make the All-Star game more relevant? Hell yes, it does. You think Shea and J-Dub aren't going to want to be able to win? You think the West players aren't going to be able to win because there's more teams in the West with better records than there were in the East? So to me, you have to put some relevance on it. And thank God he'll be done. and there'll be some relevance put back on it. But the best thing in the world they ever could have did was two of the suggestions I made, either the international players versus the U.S., or put like what baseball did. Baseball made the All-Star game relevant again. The NBA, I can promise you right now, next year, yeah, they're going to come ready to play. Promise you. Because with Giannis, with Jokic, with SGA, with Luka, and with Wemby, if you think they ain't going to want to come after the USA, hell yeah, they're going to want to come after the Americans. Yeah, try not playing defense this coming next year and see what happens. You're going to get ran off the damn court. I bet you it's relevant then. I bet you ain't worried about getting hurt then. I bet you ain't worried about your bag then. Because they don't care about that. They care about busting your ass. What you going to do? So, that being said, I'm liking what the All-Star game is going to bring. I'm going to watch it tonight. So I'm excited about that. And then what I am also excited about is that probably tomorrow night, because the Thunder play tonight. Who do we play tonight? We play the, who is that? Thomas and Mack Center tonight. We play the Orlando Magic at 5:30 tonight. That'll be on NBA TV. So that'll be at 6:30 tonight. So that it looks like it's on Fox, Oklahoma, the Thunder Channel in Oklahoma City. But anyway, so we played them tonight, so we're going to see what that's going to be like tonight when the Thunder play again, and then we play Orlando tonight, and then we play the Pelicans tomorrow night. That'll be our last game, and we've won our last two. So the Thunder have done a good job of being more relevant. Now, that being said, looking at what the Thunder have done with Topic, A.J. Mitchell has been unbelievable. Topic, however, he can't shoot thus far. Let me say can't. He's struggling shooting the three. Now, he reminds me he's Josh Giddey, is what he is. He's Josh Giddey. I mean, he can pass the basketball. His vision is unbelievable. The ball handling skills, I think he's a better ball handler than Josh is. But his ability to be able to see the floor is just uncanny, and I love what he's doing there. I love him getting in sets, which I think for the second and fourth quarter, we've now solved that issue. Even though I do believe, like I said, one of the problems I had with Daigneault last year was when A.J. Mitchell got healthy again, he did not do what it took to bring A.J. back and to play him, in the playoffs, which I think was the thing that hurt us in that second and fourth quarter, because we didn't have anybody to get us in the sets. And once teams realized with J-Dub, Queso, Caruso, Wiggins, and Chet, you didn't have a ball handler. All you got to do is full court pressures. And we struggled getting into our sets, which is why he had to end up playing SGA in the second and fourth quarters. Why? Because he had to get in. We couldn't have that lull for those first 3 minutes while SGA's on the bench. 3 to 4 minutes. You had to play. You had to have somebody in the running. That's why SGA played more. And it screwed up our rotations, but it's because he didn't make the move to bring A.J. Mitchell back is what cost us. And you can see A.J. Mitchell is going to be a very good basketball player. And our guy, Hotspot Casino, who is on our After the Storm, which is our OKC Thunder postgame analysis show, he has really showed us what he can do. And he was right. He was telling us about A.J. Mitchell, and myself and other guys who are in our chats on After the Storm, we're like, whatever. And we just saw him just doing his thing. And he was right. A.J. Mitchell has just killed this summer. Topic, he's struggling shooting the basketball from three. He was at my last count, when I quit watching, he was 0 for 15 or 0 for 17 or something like for his last threes. So he's still shooting them, which I like, but he's still scoring. But his ability to get to the basket just reminds me of Josh. He really is a smaller version of Josh. His ability to get the basket. And so I'm going to like the fact that we now have somebody put the ball and play when we need to at the end of the games. But once again, what is that going to happen? What's that going to give us when we got to have somebody shoot a three in a crucial moment? Would you rather have him or Caruso? Caruso's going to give you defense. Are you worried about getting a bucket, or are you worried about Caruso stopping somebody? Well, we're more worried about Caruso stopping somebody than we are getting a bucket on out-of-bounds play. But I will say this, when we struggle to get the ball in, yes, Topic will be perfect for that, because when we got to get the ball in and get it to SGA to get to the free throw line, hell yes, he's the guy. So and we're going to do a summer league when it's over with. So I guess we'll probably do that Thursday or Friday or Saturday or whatever. We'll do a summer league preview or summer league post show. And we'll do we may do that tomorrow. We may do a grades for the summer and an ending show, since it'll be our last summer league game tomorrow night. And then we can do a grading show where I have already graded the players this year from the Thunder. I graded the coach, just like I did last year. I graded SGA, J-Dub, Chet, Isaiah Joe. I graded the whole team on what they did, and then I will grade Isaiah Joe, and then I will grade Topic for the summer. So I'll probably do that on Wednesday, where we do, after the storm, we'll do a whole grade thing, and then we'll bring that into the show on Thursday for the Thunder show, talking about what we did as far as that's concerned, as far as Topic, as far as all the grades. So we'll bring that to you guys on the Unpopular Hour on Thursday. But on Wednesday night, we're going to go live, because we haven't been live in 2 weeks, I'll say, on After the Storm. So we need to get back into the groove and get back to those people who are giving us love and support for After the Storm, and give them some love and let them know that we have not forgot about them and that we can talk about that. So those are things that we are going to be discussing and getting on with that. So I have been listening to some things talking about the Thunder and where we are this year. And I've been listening to podcasts, kind of seeing where the second apron and first apron and all that. But we're not going to be in the tax again for another, so we don't have to worry about really anything and paying exorbitant taxes. So we don't have to worry about that, which is what Golden State had to do. But in their biggest city, they're in Oakland, they're in San Francisco, so they can afford to go into the apron, as their fans can afford to pay more for tickets. So they can afford to do certain things that Oklahoma City can't. Now, that being said, somebody, I think it was Barry Tremmel, was reporting that the Oklahoma City Thunder may be on the sell block. And I talked about this the other day, about this very thing, about Oklahoma City possibly being sold. And if they sold it, you got a new arena coming, and you're going to be stuck for 30-year lease or whatever it is, or you can't get out of it or something, whatever it is. But the people with all the big money in Oklahoma City and Oklahoma already own part of the Thunder. Now, is there a family that maybe a few families that can come in who would love to buy it for $6 billion? These guys bought it for $600 million? And now it's worth $5-6 billion. Now, if you want a chip, so why not go win another chip or another one, then sell it? Who's going to come in? Is it going to be an out-of-state firm that could come in? And, to me, somebody from Kansas City, you fly in, you're in your private plane, 45-minute flight? 45 minutes, I think it's about 45-minute flight from Kansas City to Oklahoma City. Fly in, come watch your team, fly back out. Buy your suite or whatever, or get your nice place over in Bricktown or whatever. There's a couple nice little places over there that you can buy your nice suite, come in, spend the night, right there by the arena, a block away, 2 blocks away, or get your suite, whatever you want. I'm sure there's something you can work out with somebody to do that. You're worth billions of dollars. You can do whatever the hell you want. If you want to rent a suite for the Thunder games, you can do that as well. When you're a multi-billionaire, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So to me, I look at that, and I talked about it the other day. Do I think these guys would sell it? They don't. None of those guys really care about sports. They really don't. And they bought it because of the guy who's no longer alive, and because of Clay Bennett. And the rest of the guys just kind of came along. Because records don't care. The Kaisers may or may not care. I don't really know any of those people. But I know that Clay does. I know that Aubrey did. I knew that what they wanted to bring to Oklahoma City, and let me give my hat off to Clay Bennett for doing exactly what they planned on doing when they bought the Seattle Supersonics. They want to bring a championship to Oklahoma City, and unfortunately, Aubrey McClendon is not here to enjoy that. The money that he spent and what he's done, and you look at McClendon's, rest in peace. Look at what his vision has been. You look at what he's done for Nichols Hills, the way they've remodeled, the way they've redone Nichols Hills Plaza, what they did for the other things surrounding that, trying to turn Highland Park Plaza into Oklahoma City. Same type thing, bringing that look. Now you've got the Oak. When you look at, you want to go to Plano, go to Plano. Go to Legacy West. That's what the Oak is, Legacy West. Exact same thing. Hotels, nice restaurants. You can walk around. You can do shopping. It's great. But Aubrey McClendon was the first one to set that up. Saw that vision. And then now you have the Thunder coming in, giving national attention to Oklahoma City. With tourism, with people coming in. You know we're going to get an All-Star game probably in 2031 or 2032. You know we're going to get an All-Star game. You know that's going to happen. Everybody goes, why do you think that? Well, from the simple fact, the reason why I know we're going to get an All-Star game is because we're going to get a new arena and you're the NBA champions. You think the NBA is not going to want to show off Oklahoma City? Hell yeah, they're going to show off Oklahoma City. But we still got to get more hotel rooms, which you can see that more and more hotels are being built. And we still don't have enough to cover all the people that are going to be coming here. But when you go, you look at Bricktown, you look at downtown Oklahoma City, you look at all the hotels that are being built east towards Martin Luther King. Look at all the hotels. I was driving by there. I was like, damn, there's 8 new hotels I had never seen before. I'm like, where these hotels come from? But you got the River Park. You got O'Connor now that's come in. So you got all these things that attract people that now people can come in, they can enjoy Oklahoma City. But it all starts with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It all started with Aubrey and what Clay's vision was. To get here, to bring Oklahoma City on the map, to bring a chip. And Clay Bennett did that. He brought a championship to Oklahoma City. And what did the fans do? Our fans are the best fans. So what have we done? We brought the city here. We showed them that you can be here because of the poor Hornets and the poor New Orleans and the flood. But that's what showed people what Oklahoma City could be by having the Hornets here for 2 years and what the Oklahoma City fans did for them as far as showing support. And it brought back what we are. Then all of a sudden, everything just blew up. Now we're going to have a state-of-the-art arena. We're going to have an NBA All-Star game so everybody else can see what Oklahoma City can be. Everybody talks about how small market is. I like this better than I do Milwaukee. Been to Milwaukee? It's okay. It ain't Oklahoma City. Indianapolis, better than Oklahoma City, but not by much. We've got a nice city here. And as a player, if you're a family, if you're a married guy as an NBA player, professional athlete, why the hell would you want to live here? It's cheap. You got good restaurants. You've got good places to hang out. You've got good school systems. You got Cass. You got Heritage Hall. You got Westminster. You got Christ the King. You have other little Catholic schools. The public schools around that area are very good. So you're sitting pretty good as far as that's going to be like the Edmond schools, Moore schools, Norman schools. Those schools are really sitting in certain areas that you're going to be able to buy a home in. Those areas are great for your little kids. So why would you not want to live here? Plus, you're right in the middle. You're making $40 million. You can go right there to Wiley Post, jump on a plane, and you're, 30 minutes from Dallas? 45 minutes from Houston, 45 minutes from Kansas City, an hour and 15 minutes to Denver, hour and a half, hour 45 to Vegas, 2 hours to LA, hour and a half to New York, hour and a half, 2 hours to Miami, hour and a half to to Atlanta. I'm not wanting to live here. Why? I could save all my money. A $2 million home I could buy here, $1 million home I could buy here is going to cost you what? $3, $4, $5 million more somewhere else? Now, if you're single, that's a little different. It's a little tougher to do a lot. The Oklahoma City is nice. Now, we do have beautiful women. One thing we do have is that they are sharp, they're smart, they're beautiful, they've got their stuff together. Most of those girls do have their own thing. They're not sitting around trying to look for some baby dad to take care of them. Some of them are, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, you got women who are very successful, they're independent, they've got jobs, they're doing their thing. They don't need you, they want you. That's been my experience. But you got to want them too. So that's my experience with the ladies. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. I want to thank our sponsors. SRB, if you have needs for engineering, surveying, and planning, hit our guys up over there. They love to take care of you and make sure that anything that you are in need of that are in need of, they can take care of, especially if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county. They will, excuse me, they'll make sure you have clean drinking water. Oak Road Trucking and my guy Jose Fierro. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guy up. He'd love to take care of you and make sure everything is good. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. OK.com, or going to the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right there in front of the hospital. Cannot miss it. And, of course, YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and Mac. And then of House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. Guys, once again, ladies, if y'all haven't smelled this stuff, you're missing out. It is so good. It smells so good. I can promise you. If it's not good, people that know me, they'll tell you. I don't mess around. If it doesn't smell good, I don't want it. If it don't taste good, I don't eat it. If it's not fun, I don't go. Just telling you, House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760, and hopefully we will be there this Thursday. Hopefully it won't damn rain like it did last week. We were set up, ready to go, and it rained. So we'll be at the Penn Square Mall located in Dillard's, and we'll be there this week, and we'll be looking forward to it. We haven't been there in a couple months, so I'm excited about being there and enjoying the House of Creed. Can't wait to see the girls and see everybody over there and just hang out. Plus, they've got some good smelling stuff. So go in there because, as they always say, Matt, remember, pick the best for your best. And we will. So back to the Thunder. Everybody worries about where we are with the apron. You know, we talked about us being sold. If we are, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I don't think the Thunder are going to go anywhere. I don't think they're going to sell. I think part of their deal, if they sell it, is you can't. It's like the Celtics. You're not moving. It's like the Sacramento Kings. You're not moving. That's part of it. The NBA will be like, Oklahoma City's a great place. If you want to own the team, that's fine. Fly in. And like we said, you got guys from Dallas who can buy. You got guys from Denver who would fly in, who want to own a team. You got guys from Kansas City who don't have a franchise who love to fly in. You got guys from Houston can fly in. Same thing with that. You're 45 minutes, an hour away. Boom. Take your G5, fly in. Or G6 or G7, whatever it is that you have. Fly in. Get your room, rent your hotel, get your the penthouse. And at the Skirvin or penthouse at wherever you're going to stay at. I don't know where you want to stay at, but wherever. And you're right there. Omni. You're right there. Cold Court. Right across the street. So why wouldn't you do that? So I don't worry about that so much. Like I said, I don't think they're moving anywhere or going anywhere. In Nashville, the same thing. If you want to come in from Nashville, what are you? Hour and a half from Nashville, you're here. Fly in, fly back. If you want to fly back after the game, you can always do that. If you got meetings the next day, but most of those guys, they've got staff. They don't have to fly in unless they got to, and they're going to know what their schedule is ahead of time, so they don't have to do that. So you can do what you need to do, just fly in, take care of business. So I'm not really worried about them going anywhere. So that's that part. What Sam Presti has built, and we talked about this, and we've been talking about this since last year, we're in the 5-year window. We're year 3 coming up of a 5-year window. You have everybody here coming back next year. You got everybody under contract. Do I believe that we need to make a move? Yes. I believe we need a shooter. I believe that's the issue. Everybody talks about, well, that's what they said, dynasties. I don't consider us a dynasty, but we've been dominant for 2 years. We're so with the Celtics. I don't consider Denver a dynasty because they weren't dominant for 2 years like we were, like the Celtics were, like Oklahoma City was. We were the number one seed last year and choked 2 years ago. Number one seed last year and handled our business. Denver wasn't those things. We were the number one seed last year because they choked. They should have been the number one seed. But they got to beat because it's about matchups. Denver doesn't match up well with us. Denver doesn't match up well with Minnesota. We match up better with Minnesota than we do with the Lakers. The Lakers match up better with us than they do against Minnesota. The Rockets are a hard time for us, but not a hard time for, I believe that, Steph Curry there, but they're a hard time for them. So it's about matchups. It's like football. It's like baseball. It's like whatever sport. It's about who you're matched up against. Now, you still, like my coach always said, Dave Smith, rest in peace, he would always say, we don't care when we play somebody. You got to play them at some point. You got to beat them when you see them. So it doesn't matter when you play them, whether it's first round, second round, third. It doesn't matter. You got to play them at some point. Now, my caveat to that is I would rather play you 2 games in than the first game because now I'm used to, I've gotten rhythm and I'm used to it. So I'd rather play the toughest team second or third, not first. That's just me. But he's right. You got to beat them whenever you play them. And when you look at the Thunder, we don't match up against the Lakers that well at all. Do I think we can still beat them in 7? Yes, I do. But I think it'd be 7. If the coach doesn't give away a game, we could do 5. Denver, where we match up well with them, they can't beat us in 7. Everybody goes, but Aaron Gordon, blah, blah, blah. We gave you game 1. We gave you a victory. You only beat us really one time. Game 3, we should have beat you in game 3. And SGA couldn't make shots for the first time because he had been out of rhythm. So stop it. Game 4, he came back and made shots. Game 5, he put your guys away. Minnesota doesn't match up with us. They just doesn't. They just don't. The game that they beat us by 26 or whatever, or we were up by 26, they came back and beat us because we shot, 15 straight or 16 straight threes or something stupid. They don't match up with us. The next team, the Houston Rockets, they truly scare me because of their length defensively, because of what the problems they bring to SGA. SGA has 2 teams he struggles against, Memphis and Houston. So when you look at the Rockets, we struggle against the Rockets because he struggles against the Rockets. So therefore, we struggle against the Rockets. And you remember against Memphis, we were down, 28? In game 3 and came back and won, or 29, whatever stupid number it was. It came back and won. We don't play well against them, but I'm not worried about them. So Lakers, struggle. Can we beat them? Yes. Denver, don't worry about them. We can beat Denver. Now, they're going to be tougher. What they've added, 100%. Minnesota, they don't match up well with us. They just don't. Houston, like I said, I'm worried about them. Memphis, not so much. Golden State, I don't worry about them as much as a lot of people do because I don't think defensively. Now, offensively, they have Steph and they have Jimmy Butler, and they can get into games. And if the game is close, you've got 2 of the best closers in the league for them. We have the best closer. For 6 years, defense sets us up, SGA closes the door. That started 5 years ago. Defense sets us up, SGA closes the door. Now, with the emergence of J-Dub, that's helped. With the emergence of Chet, that's helped. But for the most part, defense sets it up, SGA closes the door. That's been the Thunder recipe. Defense sets us up, SGA closes the door. You look at the finals. You look at what he did. That's who we are. So against some of these teams, Houston, they're going to struggle, but now they have KD. What were they missing? They were missing a closer. They've got the defense, now they've got a closer. I believe they beat KD, the team they have now, they sweep Golden State. Now, if Steph wasn't hurt, then it'd be closer, but I believe they beat them. So that leaves that to who's the next team? that you got to worry about in the West. I said Denver. I said the Rockets. I said let me see, what am I missing? Somebody I want to talk about. Somebody that was. Let me pull that up real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to pull up the NBA because it's. I know we're missing. There's somebody that I know that I'm missing right now. NBA standings. Okay. Okay, let's go to the West. Okay, I said the Rockets, I said the Lakers, I said the Nuggets. Okay, the Clippers. I worry about the Clippers because of who they got, but I don't really worry about them because of James Harden. Kawhi worries me, but is Kawhi going to be healthy? But James Harden is going to do what James Harden does. So I'm not necessarily worried so much about them. But could they beat us? Yes, but the slimmest chance would be for them to beat us. So I'm not really worried about them. Warriors, I talked about that. Grizzlies, I talked about that. The Kings, not so much. Or the Mavericks. That's the team that scares me. Houston and Dallas scares me more than anybody else. And this is why. Dallas took what we did because what the Thunder did is by adding what we were as perimeter, we were great. But what we were hurting was inside presence, and we added high heart. So that's what the Thunder's magic potion was to take us over the hump, was adding an inside presence, which iHeart did. So what did the Mavs do? They went out and they got 3 perimeter players, which matches Dort, Caruso, and Queso. Then what did they do? They already had Gafford. They already had him. They had Lively. And then they went out and added AD. So now what did that do? Now all of a sudden you match us with Chet and iHeart. Because with Gafford and iHeart, that's a wash. AD and KD, they both can shoot threes. They're both athletic. KD, I think, is a better player than Chet at this point, but Chet, I believe, has the potential to get up to where AD was. As far as shot blockers, as far as rim protection, you've got Gafford, you got Lively, you got AD. We've got the same thing with Chet. And then you've got J-Dub coming over, you got SGA coming over blocking shots. So that's what we have in addition to our big dudes. So you have the perimeter, but here's the difference. They have Kyrie, we have SGA. Now, to close out games, Kyrie scares the hell out of me. And when I put gotta have game-winning shots, people had Kyrie in my list. And for those of you all who don't forget that, let's pull that back up so that I could say, here's who I had on my list of if you got to make a bucket. Oop, that's not it. It was the one before that. I'm sorry. Let me get out of that. Sorry, guys. That was the one I had before. But here's the, let me pull it up here because I know I have it on my phone. What did I do with it? Don't tell me I deleted that. I guess I deleted it off my phone for whatever reason, which is stupid. I don't know why I would do that. Okay, here we go. The clutch players. So if I got to make a bucket, Kyrie was not in my list. But who's in my list? That's current. Steph Curry's in my list for now. SGA's in my list. Dame is in my list for today's players. Those are the 3 players that are not retired. MJ retired. Bird retired. Oh, KD was the other one. I'm sorry. So I've got KD, SGA, Steph, and Dame. Now a lot of people wanted KD further back down there in the 7 or 8, but that's ridiculous. I don't give a shit if you don't like KD. You're an idiot for not liking KD. You're mad because he left the Thunder. Why don't you get mad at Thunder management for picking Russell Westbrook over him? Why don't you try that? Let's not get mad at KD. KD is not SGA. He's SGA, but without the leadership that it requires. KD just wants to hoop. SGA wants to hoop, but then he also has the ability to be a leader that Russell was, but Russell is so insecure about everything, he acted the way he's acted because he's just insecure. Got this what so he has to throw his chest out. He has to be all this and do all this and hate on other people and kick people away so he can be the man. Because when somebody else is around, he's threatened because he's never been the man. When you've always been the man, like KD, you've always been the man, like SJ. Remember when he got to Kentucky, he wasn't the man, but you could see what he was doing. And the Clippers said, "Oh, we want him." And they took him and didn't want to get rid of him, but Sam Presti, being the genius as he is, snatched him, along with 6 picks. So when you look at the Thunder and you look at what they've created, and you look at where we are, and you look at all the things that's happened, the Thunder are sitting perfect in our 3rd year of this dynasty that started 2 years ago. And like I said, Denver, did they really have one? Yeah, kind of. Okay. Not really, not to me. I was never really afraid of Denver. When you look Boston, I was afraid more of Boston, but when they decided to shoot all these threes, well, that's great. But what happens if you have 4 bad games of shooting threes, which is very well possible? Then what? And my problem with Boston, with Tatum and Jaylen Brown, neither one of them are closers to me. You notice I don't have neither one of them on my list of clutch players. I don't have neither one because to me they're not clutch. They just aren't. If I need a bucket, I don't want to count on either one of those guys to give me a bucket. I don't trust them. I just don't. So that's how I look at it. Okay? That's how I look at it. So I'm not really worried about the Thunder because this year we're still under the cap. We still ain't got to go in luxury tax. Because what we've done is, the beautiful thing about Sam is he gave everybody their money in that first year, not SGA, but everybody else, you got all your money up front. So why? Your contracts, when everything kicks in, will be descending. Because 2027, like I said, that's when the SGA, J-Dub, Chet, and if we still have Dort around, his contract kicks in. It's going to be expensive, guys. But who do you draft? I mean, is our big guy Sorber? Is he going to be the guy that's going to be able to take Ihart's place in 2 years? We'll see. Because remember, this is Ihart's last year. After this coming year, then we have to decide the next year is our rights to whether we want to bring him back or not. Decline his option to keep him. To me, it's going to depend on what Sorber does. Does Sorber really meet the expectations that we have for him as a first-round draft pick? Or if he doesn't? Because if he does, Ihart's gone. If he doesn't, who knows what's going to happen? So those are the things that the Thunder have to worry about. Those are the things the Thunder have to make decisions on. How are we going to make that work? Those decisions they're going to have to make. And I believe they will. I believe they'll be fine. But those are decisions the Thunder are going to have to make, 100%. So I'm excited about what I see from us. I'm excited about this 3rd year of our reign. And when you look at, like I said, I just broke it down, who I'm afraid of and who I think we can beat. Yeah, we can beat all those teams. But we got to have a shooter. We fixed the 2nd and 4th quarter problems with Topic. We got a guy who can handle the ball, handle the pressure, get the ball up the floor, get us into a set. So I think we'll be fine there. But we still need to find a shooter for Joe. Because remember, here are your 8. SGA, J-Dub, Chet, Dort, Ihart, Queso, Caruso, Topic. That's your 8. Then your 9 through 12 is Wiggins, K-Rich, J-Will, and A.J. Mitchell. And now Sorber. So that's 13. You have to whittle that down. Who's not going to get the playing time? Who's not going to contribute? Those are the things that the Thunder are going to have to work out over this year. Fortunately, what is our coach? Excellent at what? Developing players. He's excellent at that. Managing the superstar, not so much. Development, yes. Out of bounds plays, 100%. Reading the room, as my friend Jennifer says, not so much. Understanding the floor of the game, not so much. Being stuck in where he is, 100%. And everybody goes, give him a break, he won the chip. Nope. When you win in spite of, now because of, I can't give it. Remember, you cost us 2 games, so forget whatever the hell you're talking about. He cost us game 1 against Denver, we had to go 7. Cost us game 1 against Indiana, we have to go 7. So I'm not giving him no break. When we needed you, you came up short. So, yeah, I'm not doing that. Did you win? Yes. So, anyway, hope everybody has a fantastic day. Go out there and enjoy what's happening out there. Don't worry about our Thunder. I think, like I said, we're in year 3 of our 5-year window. And after this year, it's going to get ugly for the following year. But if we go back-to-back, first team in 8 years to do that? 7 years, 8 years to do that? Which we have the opportunity to do that if everybody stays healthy. Now, I don't believe Boston would have got out. I still believe Mazzulla is not the guy. Mazzulla, I don't think he's the guy they had to add staff to help him 2 years ago, but Boston was so much better than everybody. So I believe that they would have struggled. So you come back, and what do you have? You have Denver, Boston, us. I believe we would have beat Boston. I believe that because of our perimeter defense and their ability just to go out there and shoot a bunch of threes. That stuff don't work. In the playoffs, it's about defense. It's about half-court offense. It's less shots, less opportunities, less possessions. It just is. You have to be able to defend. And then you have to be able to run your half-court spots, which means you have to have a closer. And that's not something I had Boston as. So that's why I look at that. So anyway, hope everybody has a fantastic day. Go out there, enjoy yourself, hit some golf balls if you can. I haven't been able to hit any in a few days. I got to get some because I'm going to visit my guy, David Blake, up in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to go see him, hit some golf balls, and try out some of those great courses that they have there. So I need to get myself ready for that. So that being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic day. Peace out. Enjoy yourself.